Good morning, Miss Elliott.
Good morning.
So many people out there fail, not because they don't have the ability. It's because they don't have the heart to go through adversity.
The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it.
You'll go through some failures.
When you're in that darkness, you want to sit there and wait for the light to come. But you can't wait. The only way out is to step forward, to face your fears, to become your own light. There's going to be a lot of times y'all about to fail. We are all a work in progress. But in that moment, I want you to remember the power of you. You will change the world.
Even when you're struggling, even when you're discouraged, and you feel like other people have given up on you, don't ever give up on yourself.
The indomitable will, if you have a belief, you can do something. The only way you grow that, like in the gym, you grow your muscles by actually exercising them. To grow the individual will to become something, you must get comfortable with fear and failure. They must be your best friends. They're the only one that moves that needle of life. Every hero you guys had was called an idiot, crazy, a loser. You must break society's status quo. Status quo is normality. It's alive but not living. It's death on a stick, guys. The belief of the individual overrides thousands of people with just intent. Safety, comfort zones are dead zones. You have to continue to push yourself because your true potential will never be matched, guys.
Nobody is gonna hit as hard as life, but it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. Now, if you know what you're worth, then go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits.
The future rewards those who press on. With patient and firm determination, I'm gonna press on. I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I don't have time to complain. I'm gonna press on. Stop complaining. Stop crying. We are gonna press on. We've got work to do.
What's your why? What motivates you? What pushes you? What drives you? And if that thing is internal, if nobody has to call you, if nobody has to prod you, if nobody has to reward you, if nobody has to give you anything, if you are self-motivated and self-regulated, you can have it, you can be it, you can do it.
Take ownership. Take extreme ownership. Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing. Get control of your ego. Take ownership of everything in your world, the good and the bad. Take ownership of your mistakes. Take ownership of your shortfalls. Take ownership of your problems. And then take ownership of the solutions that will get those problems solved. Take ownership of your mission. Take ownership of your job, of your team, of your future, and take ownership of your life. And lead to victory.
It's possible you can live your dream. It's necessary that you have a plan of action, that you're resilient, that you stick to, and you work with the system, that you have the vision and never give up, that you become creative and relentless and keep on coming back again and again and again, and that it's you that you got to take personal responsibility to make it happen, and that it's hard. Easy is not an option. And when life knocks you down, jump back up and say, it's not over until I win.
All right. All right. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Fast Start 5 and 5 training here. We are so excited that you came to join us this morning. And I tell you, something about that video this morning got me going. We play it every single week. And I tell you, that juice, that fire, that power, is in me this morning. So God bless you all. Welcome to the training call. I'm Dr. Sergio Rozzelle, along with Mr. Al Murray, and we want to make sure that you are plugged in to this fast start training that you're about to go through today. This will literally help you to explode your business quickly. If you're a brand new affiliate, and if you're somebody's been around for a while, but you want to jumpstart your business, you are in the right place at the right time. Again, I'm Dr. Sergio Rozzelle, and I have the extreme pleasure to introduce to you guys the world-class trainer, a gentleman that has come into this business and in a short period of time has ended up helping hundreds of people, thousands of people worldwide in this company. He broke records. He was already a successful businessman in his own right, but he's a legend in the industry in terms of training. So he's the best of the best that's going to be before you today. So I'm absolutely thrilled that he is doing this for the team, a very selfless individual. And before I go any further, I'm going to ask that you do some housekeeping. Make sure that you get in a place where you can have your undivided attention. Also that you have your gladiator forms so that you can take the copious notes and be interactive, guys. And I hope that you have this energy and that you carry it all the way through this presentation, that you participate. I'm just excited. So without further ado, let me present to some and introduce to others the gentleman that knows 100% of the facts. He loves helping people and having fun. And believe me, folks, he's making a lot of money in this business. None other than the great Mr. Buster Loose himself, Al Murray. Mike is yours, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I appreciate you so much for that awesome introduction and just truly excited to be before you all this morning. Just want to peruse the list real quick just to kind of see who we have on the line here. Okay, great. Looks like we have mostly kind of seasoned associates here. But listen, folks, before I actually get started, I just want to let you know the importance that Dr. Rozzelle and I place on this call here. We're up every morning. We make sure that this takes place every single day and every single Saturday at 9 a.m. Occasionally, maybe 1 in 4, 1 in 5 weekends, you may get a replay. And that's okay, because understand what this is for. This call is for all affiliates, but it's for all of us to hone our skills, but it's for us to build our business. We want to be on this call with our new affiliates. You know, what I do before I jump on this call is I post it. I send out texts reminding folks that they should be here. So we got to make sure that we're promoting this, because if you think that this is a good training and you devote the time to come to this training every single week or most weeks, then it should be that important for your teammates. So one of the things sometimes that we don't discuss enough is the promotion of our business. And this is promoting. This is training, but it takes you all to promote it to your teams so that they can be here getting this information. So folks, I'm excited that you're here today. And again, my name is Al Murray, and I am a local business owner here in the Southern Maryland area, and extremely excited to be before you, just sharing some information that Dr. Rozzelle and I put together that is helping folks all around the globe take advantage of the 5 and 5 fast Karat start training. So we're excited again. So let's just go ahead and move forward into the training. But we're here for your 5 and 5 Karat fast track bonus. This is the first goal, your very first goal in the business. And what it is when you get started at your particular level, you help 5 people get started at your level or higher, and within 5 weeks at your package level or higher, you get a free upgrade to the next level. So for example, you're a silver. You help 5 people in your first 2 weeks advance to join the business with a package of silver or higher, silver, gold, VIP, and then you get a free promotion to the next level, which would be gold. So you have 3 weeks left. You help 5 more people get started at the gold or higher. So they get started as a gold or VIP, and that advances you to that next level. And you're a VIP now. So tremendous way to increase. But then you have many of us that say, hey, you know what? I'm not even going to take that time. Those first 10 people, I'm going to lead by example, and I'm going to start out right at the VIP level. I'm going to get started at the highest level so I can earn at the highest level and set the right expectations for my team. But again, we don't badger folks. We don't coerce folks. We sort. Sorting is the name of the game, folks. So when we're sorting, we're letting people get in when they can, okay, and where they fit in. Okay, I like the way Mr. Dalco talks about the fact that, you know, you ask folks, you know, when are they ready? Are they ready to get started now? And, you know, and they tell you that, you know, hey, well, look, I need to get some money together to get one of these higher packages. Okay, well, what package can you get started at today? Okay, and get them started. Because one of the things that we found is that once folks get started, they automatically see the value of upgrading. Okay, but then again, never ever want to estimate those folks that jump right out and jump in at the top level because they see the value. Now, what do we want you to do, folks? We want you to commit. You've got to commit to some things. This is your very own business. You started out and you jumped out on faith. And there's some things that you're going to have to do to increase and grow your business. One, you need to attend the weekly meetings. Okay, so they're weekly meetings that go on around the marketplace. All right. The weekly webinars. Okay, we do 2 webinars. I do 2 for the team on Wednesdays and Thursdays, and then Wealth Builders Worldwide does 2 as well on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I'm telling you, folks, there are more than enough avenues for you all for us all to tie into to help build and increase our businesses. And then the weekly trainings. We've got trainings that go on. This is just one of the trainings for new affiliates to help them get started in the business. Okay, but we've got other trainings that go on. There's one at Sunday at 9 p.m. And there are other trainings, there are calls that take place that help you build your team. And then there are weekly team calls. Okay, jump on your weekly team calls, because what you want to do is make sure that you stay plugged in. You don't want to get to a period or point in your business where you're being cut off from the information that's flowing. Okay, because that informational knowledge is power, folks, and you want to make sure that you're plugged in. So listen, this is what we want to do, folks. We want to visit the wealthbuildersworldwide.info. It's also wealthbuildersworldwide.net, but you want to go onto that site and you want to register for the site. There's no cost. It's free of charge. You want to view the map. Okay, the MAP stands for Massive Action Plan, and then view the site. Okay, and then what we want to share with you folks is that as a participating Wealth Builders Worldwide team member, we commit to acquiring a minimum of 1 gram of gold. Okay, and remember, this is your business, so you got to set some sort of standard. We're here to build wealth, so that's why we get our gold. And then you want to make sure that you're getting or producing 5 to 10 transactions for your business every single month. Now, this is easy. This is easy, but the thing of it is it's also easy not to do. It's easy to do, but it's easier not to do. But understand, you're building wealth, get your gram of gold, all right? But the transactions are simple, folks, because if you're just getting started, let's just say you don't have a transaction is a contract, is anything that's being bought or purchased through your system underneath of your team. So you're just getting started, you don't have a team, but you purchase your first gram of cash gold. Guess what? You can purchase 0.2 of a gram 5 times. That gives you 5 contracts in your business. Okay. Understand, this is so important to growing your business, because later on, you're going to have there are positions that you hit that are going to require certain numbers of transactions to transpire in your organization, folks. Okay, so this way we started out proper, and as we start building larger organizations, those transactions that you need to hit the director, the bronze director, silver director, gold director positions, you will have those transactions. Okay, so we start with the end in mind. And this is what I want to do right now. I want to break away for just one moment. I want to take you guys to Wealth Builders Worldwide, and I just want to show you this. This is the site. Okay, so this is Wealth Builders Worldwide. You see, you get the updates. You'll log in. All right, I'm already logged in. And then this is the first page. So this is what you do to get started. Okay, so what we're doing here is you want to get a package. All right, if you get a package, a business package, all right, there's two different things. There's a business package and a profit package. But if you get in a business package, you can go ahead and get that package. You start off as that blue dot, you get your business package, then you complete your KYC documents, and then you set up your auto exchange. Okay, then if you go it the other way, where most folks right now are getting the profit packages, okay, because they come with both coins, the cash gold, where they come with the KCB and the cash gold. So we're getting the profit packages. In that case, you want to switch. You got to do step 2 first. You got to complete your KYCs before going in and getting your profit package, and then you set up your auto exchange. Okay, so we want to make that distinction on how you get started. All right, now here's the map. Here's the map. Okay, but first what I want to show you is this. You can go to forms. And this is what all of you all should have right now is your Gladiators Club forms, because we're going to go into this right here. This is where you find your Gladiators Club form. Okay, so it's right here under the form section of the map. And so we're going to go back here, and I just want to here's the map. Okay, so this shows you, it's showing you the steps to how to get started in your business, how to build your business. This is our system. So it talks about the invitation, it talks about the presentation, it talks about the follow-up conversation, and then it talks about getting your new customer / affiliate started off right. So you'll see there's verbiage in here that you can learn from, that you can glean from and use. Okay, but you definitely want to go through this. We have trainings that go through this a lot more in detail. However, what we're going to do today is we're going to dig into more the specifics with respects to building your business. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about is making a list. Okay, everyone you know, with you put everyone that you know on this list, and you want it to be at least 100 names. You want to put your top 20 folks on the list first, because these are the ones that we want to start contacting straight away. Okay, so this is the site. Now I want to show you one other thing too as well. Okay, what we tend to do is, you know, you can have the okay, let's make sure that we're muted out as well, please. What we want to do is, when we think about the exposure process and sharing information with folks, you can come on this site and you can get your landing page. But also, when you log into your account, you can go to referral links and go all the way to the bottom. Referral links is your Karat Gold, is your Karat Gold SG landing page that you want to use. That landing page talks mostly about the coin, but it has a video right there at the top of it that is impressive. It's about an 8-minute video, and it gives your people enough information to keep them engaged for 8 minutes, and they'll have some questions afterwards. So that kind of sets you up to move into the 3-way phone call. But what I want to do is I want to show you just how I do a lot of folks are doing. So I've just attached a domain to mine as well, wbwwealthsystem.com. All right, so this is my domain name. And then when you go to that site, this is the link that you copy off of your landing page, okay, off of your back office. So this is where it takes you. And I like this so much because this is, for the most part, it's a website, okay? But as you see, you'll have this video right here in the beginning, okay, right here at the top. And I'm just going to play just a small clip.
Financial stability, the feeling of freedom, security, and happiness. In our constantly changing world, we are seeking for confidence in our future. Nowadays, our world is changing to crypto world with thousands of cryptocurrencies.
Okay, so this is what we're using to pique the interest of the people on our list or who we're talking to, right? Now, what I love as well is, boom, you can go right here, register. And so you've given a person this link, they can watch the video, and they already have your link now to sign up. Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that we're all getting everyone to sign up as an affiliate. We call it a blue dot affiliate, okay? And then once you've done that, then you go back and you get your profit package or your business package and what have you. All right, so that's what we do. That's how we move through the business. So let's move back to this PowerPoint presentation, and we're going to move forward. So the importance of your list, folks, we want to really talk about the importance of your list. One is usually the first mistake that you make in your business. Your list is the preparation for your grand opening. Now, would you rather open your doors, the doors to your business, or would you rather launch your business with a grand opening? You want to launch your business with a grand opening, right? So understand that your list, it's your inventory. All right. So if you were opening up a grocery store, you're going to need to stock your shelves with inventory. So that list is the stocking of your shelves. If you will open up a car dealership, you need to have cars on that dealership on the lot in order to offer to your customers, right? So it's your inventory. Next, this is so important, folks. The list is designed for duplication. Remember, you only want to start working, you want to work in your warm market primarily whenever you can, right? You only work the cold market so that you can get to a new warm market, okay? Now, the list, it continuously grows, and it continuously grows through prospecting. Prospecting is just simply just introducing yourself, meeting somebody, making a friend, sharing your landing page, getting a telephone number, setting up a time when you're going to follow up with that person for the list, and then moving forward, right? So we love the fact that we can grow our list, folks, and this is a vital part of your business. It's often the reason why businesses underperform. The reason being is you're off track if you can't keep track of what you're doing in your business. So if you're talking to X number of people, then you know that you're talking to them. You have it documented on your Gladiators Club form, folks. So make sure you got those. You're going to need those straight away. Grab pen and paper. You want to take this next exercise very, very seriously. All right. Now, it's often a reason that our businesses underperform, but it also allows your sponsor to work with you. Okay, it's a different sort of scenario. You know, people call all the time for three-way phone calls, and it's a different thing when I can take and look. I can sit down and I can look at who I'm talking to. I see who I'm talking to. It's important, folks, that you do that. Next, provide a copy of your list to your sponsor. Both of these two kind of relate. All right, but you make sure your sponsor gets that list, okay? Because he can work with you so much better. He also understands your level of seriousness because you've taken the time to get on the training, to go through the exercise, to put that list together, and what have you. So what I want to ask each and every one of you to do at this point in time is to go ahead and grab your list, okay? I want you to pull out those Gladiators Club forms, and if you don't have them, then just grab pen and paper, because some couple sheets of blank paper, you can download the documents later and put it on there. But we're just going to focus on the names right now, not the telephone numbers, okay? Right at this point, that's going to be more or less your homework assignment. But what I want you to do, we're going to take about 10 minutes, and we're going to try to we want to flow through putting these lists together, putting the list together. And so as I start to coax you here, I want you to, and you start to think about things, you want to start putting the names on the paper here. So folks, we want to start off with those 20 sharpest folks that you know, the 20 sharpest people that you feel as though could have success in this business. And we're going to open up after this call for a little bit of dialogue on your list, how many names you had on it before, how many you have on it now, how many you were able to add, what you gleaned from this exercise. So this training is based, as Dr. Rozzelle said, is based upon all of us bringing content and participating within the training. So let's make sure, let's go ahead, let's start putting out those folks those reds, as we call them, those people that we look up to on the list, man. The top sharpest people that you know have a center of influence. They know a lot of people, they have success in business. Start putting those names down on the list. We want you to start putting those names down on the list, folks. And then as I start naming certain people, certain professions, you want to continue to add to that list. All right. You do not want to prejudge anyone. You should be writing right now. Okay. You should be writing. Pen should be the paper. You should be writing names down. I know you've got the names and numbers in your phone, but understand that's not the list. This is what you want to duplicate through your organization. Your team needs to see your list. They need to see their name on your list to understand how important this is. Okay. So as you're writing down the top 20 folks, what about your mother and your father? Okay. My mother is deceased. My father is in the business. Okay. What about your father-in-law, your mother-in-law? My father-in-law is deceased. My mother-in-law is in the business. Okay, what about your grandparents? Okay, mine are deceased. But what about yours? Okay, what about your children? My children are part of this organization, folks. All right. So what about your brothers and sisters? My brothers are part of this organization. You should be writing names down right now. Okay. What about your aunts and uncles? I have aunts and uncles, not all of them, but I have aunts and uncles that are part of this business. What about your cousins? I got cousins, not all of them, by far not all of them, okay? But we're working on it. But some of them are already involved. What about nieces and nephews? You should be writing right now. If I had to place a bet or a wager on who would have the most success, it would be this that I would go to. I would want to see the list, how many people they have on their list, because that's going to tell me who's serious about this business and who is in position because they have inventory. All right. What about your friends and neighbors? Put them on the list as well. People you know. How about people from church? Sunday school. Who do you study with? Maybe on Wednesday night, Monday night Bible study, Sunday school. Civic groups, Rotary exchanges, JCs, political clubs, lodges. How about schoolmates, fraternities? You should be writing co-workers, former co-workers, people in your hometown. Who do you know in the Army, Navy, Marines? Think about those people that you do business with. Who do you do business with? Okay, my barber, he's got coin, a good amount of coin. All right, he got started in one of the first people I went to. Okay, so he has a package, he has coin, is involved. Your doctor, your lawyer. Who's your beautician? Now let's think about, who do we send a Christmas card to? Do you have a Christmas card list? And you're going to come back to this later, okay? But you're going to want to go back to your Christmas card list, any address books you have, put those names down on this gladiator form, okay? Now let's start thinking about this, folks. Who do you know in other areas, okay? 80% of your business. I'm going to go in here and make sure we mute everybody out. Thank you. Okay, folks, we're recording and we do talk on here. I know sometimes it's inevitable. We might hit a mute button or something like that, but let's just be mindful of what we're doing here. Okay, but folks, again, 20% of your business should be within your local locality. All right, 20%, 80% should be outside. So think about, I live in the DMV area. So the first people I think about is, who do I know in Maryland? Who do I know in DC? Who do I know in Virginia? Close touching states, all right? Delaware. States that we can drive to. We've got a crew of leaders that are doing a Super Saturday right now in New York, all right? So they drove to New York to do this training, a Super Saturday, one just like we did last week, okay, folks? It's exciting when you can build outside of your local locality. Who do you know in New York? We should be tying in. When you know that an event is going on in New York, you should go to your list. Who do I know in New York? You should go to your team. Who do we know in New York? We want to make sure that we are represented at this training. Who do we know in Atlanta? Who do we know in Lansing, Michigan? Who do we know in the DMV area? Who do you know in California? Who do you know in Texas? Who do you know in other countries? Folks, I just opened up my business in Australia. A gentleman that just got started his first month, did over 12,000 units. Okay, units are for promotion. All right, points for promotion. 12,000. First couple of weeks in the business, he's qualified for Dubai. He'll be in Dubai with another one of his affiliates. So we're excited, folks, about expanding. We have a worldwide business. We're in 137 different countries around the world. Who do you know? Why not visit that list of countries and then take inventory of the folks on your team and find out who you know in these different countries and start letting them know, listen, we need a liaison that represents our team in this area. Is that you? That could be possibly you. I need you to take a look at this link. I'll give you a call back, such and such a time. Does that work for you? Great. Okay, folks. So listen, you want to put down anybody that you know in accounting. Who do you know in advertising, in the Air Force? Who do you know that lives in an apartment, works in an apartment, for an apartment? Who do you know that does nails? Who do you know that's an athlete? A lot of folks, right? Who works on automobiles? Who do you know in banking, dry cleaning? Who do you know that has been in the industry just like this before? Who do you know that does mortgages, insurance? These are all people with centers of influence. They know a lot of folks. In many cases, they're looking for great products and services to add to their portfolio of services. Who do you know in investments? Who does in income taxes? Who do you know that has a pet? Who do you know in management? How about HR? Who do you know in skincare that works with mutual funds? You should be writing right now, pen to paper. Who do you know in property management? Sporting goods. Who do you know that's a stockbroker that invested in stocks, that you have stock conversations with? Who do you know in cryptocurrency already? Who do you know that likes to invest? Who do you know that saves gold? Who do you know in Florida, Tennessee, Canada? Who do you know in these areas, folks? So listen, what we're going to do is I need you to, we should be writing down names. And what I want to do now is I just want to ask a couple of individuals just to unmute themselves and maybe just tell us how many names they were able to add to their list. Let us know if you had a list prior. Okay? We want to have some open dialogue about the list. Were you able to add numbers to your list? Names, more names to your list.
Okay, Ms. Almer.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is Earl Dixon. How you doing today?
I'm great. Welcome to the call.
All right, I was able to add about 10 more names to my list today. When you start talking about doctors and chiropractors and stuff like that, I started thinking about all of the ones that I support. So I started writing down their names. And when you said cousins, I started writing down my cousins' names. So that's how I got my next 10. So thank you, Dr. Mir, Mr. Mir.
You're welcome, sir. I'll take that, doctor. Don't know that it'll ever happen. I don't know that it'll ever happen, but
you already the doctor in your own right. You the doctor of goals. Thank you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I'll take that for sure. Appreciate you participating as well, sir. Hailing out of that great state of North Carolina, just doing some phenomenal things down there. We really appreciate you. Anybody else? Anybody else see the importance of a list? Anybody add names to their list today? We've got close to 30 people on this training call.
Hey, Dr. Mary, one more thing. Guys, this is so important. Last week in the union, they posted a poster that Karat bars will be in Nigeria today. Now, because of this list building exercise, I reached out to a couple of my cohorts in Nigeria. I got a team that's at the event right now while we're on because of this list building exercise. I reached out to them. I sent them the information. They didn't even have the money to go. But guess what I did? I sent the money to 2 leaders in Nigeria. Those 2 members are at the Karat event right now, hoping to shake hands with Harold Sykes. Okay, and they're sending me pictures every moment. The pictures are coming through while we are here right now. So, Ms. Dr. Mary, this training that you do, it's truly worth gold, because I just established my reach into Nigeria, and they're excited. They're on fire. I mean, it's a room full. It's a room full of people down there. Thank you, Dr. Mary.
Mr. is fine, man. Let me earn it. Let me earn it first. Mr. is fine. We got a doctor on the line, and we don't want to disrespect him by calling him doctor, because I haven't done the things he's done to earn those credentials. So I appreciate you, though, sir.
Thank you.
Yes.
Mr. Murray, this is Simona. The list not only helps you to come up with new people, but it helps you to reorganize some of the things that you've already done, to go back to people and revisit them on a consistent basis as well. Because that's what I just did now. I reorganized my list and made me focus on some of the people that I may have hit and missed.
Yes. That's right. That is so right. That is so important. It helps you stay organized. You can go back. What do we say? The fortune is in the follow-up. So you never know when a person is ready. So you know, and that's the importance of having a large list. Listen, if you got 10 people on your list and the first 3 people tell you no, guess what? You know, that phone is starting to get a little heavy right now as you start to ready. Your mindset is a little different than when you have a list of 100 names, 150 names, 200 names. I've got a list of over 600. I've got 3-4 lists. I keep track of every contact and hold on to them all. Okay, because you never know when somebody's going to be ready to move. Okay, and so we don't badger, we don't force, we don't coerce. We're not trying to talk anybody into the business. We want to walk them into the business, okay? And you walk them into the business through a series of exposures, okay? And I like the way you said that it allowed you to go back and follow up, okay? And we always want to set that follow-up up. And even so, when people tell you no, okay, it's okay for them to tell you no. You have to understand no means not right now. Okay. And then you understand the mindset and hold your posture. And you can just say to a person, it's okay. Everything is not for everybody. But is it okay if I keep you informed? Just let you know how I'm doing and having success with my business. They'll always tell you yes, because you just let them off the hook. And all you do is you just follow up. You don't call them tomorrow, the day after that, the day after that. Listen, I'm slow rolling you. I'm calling you next month. And I'm going to say, hey, John, listen, this is Al, man. I just wanted to give you a quick call. You said it was okay to keep you informed with respect to things that were happening in the business. Just want to let you know, man, last month, I had my best month in this company ever. Matter of fact, I had a week that was better than my best month ever in this business. I'm super excited about it. But look, John, how are the kids? See, now you build rapport. That's enough about the business, because when people think you need them, guess what? They don't want no parts of you. But when they understand that they can get involved with something of value and they understand the importance to them, what's in it for them, then they move forward. Okay, so I appreciate that, Miss Elliott. Awesome share with everyone. And that's what I mean. This is interactive, and it's so important when we're able to do and have people share insight like that, So I appreciate you all for stepping up and helping us with the list. So let's talk about what we do with the list. All right, let's identify your list. Now we're going to identify them for reds, greens, and blues. You're going to select an approach that how you're going to approach that person, whether it's going to be direct or indirect. Okay, you're going to make the call. Be excited, smile when you make that call. All right, invite the person to a 3-way, to a tool. You're giving them a tool, to your landing page. All right, so that's what we're doing. It's always third party. You want to try to say as little as possible about this business to someone. You want to let the tools and other people say everything, folks. That is duplicatable. All right. One of the worst things and one of the hardest things it is to get people that are in sales to do is not to run their mouth, because they want to feel like I'm in sales. I know how to do this. But it's not that you're in sales. You have to do what duplicates, because most of the people you talk to are not going to have sales experience. As a matter of fact, they're going to tell you, I don't want to sell nothing. Okay, so that's why we don't say a whole lot. You let the tools do the talking, because at the end, when they're evaluating whether they want to get into the business, and they tell you, well, man, I don't like selling anything. And then you can literally say to them, hey, well, did I sell you? Well, man, I just don't like talking to folks. Well, how much talking did we actually do about this business? I called you up. You said you would watch a video. You watched the video. Then you talked to Dr. Sergio Rozzelle. He answered all your questions. And then you said you wanted to go to a meeting, take a look at a meeting. Okay, so you went to the live briefing. You saw him met some other folks. And now you're making a decision as to whether you want to get started in the business. I didn't do a whole lot of talking. You can do that, can't you? Right? Okay. So that's this third party is everything, folks. Answer questions by saying, I don't have a lot of time. Okay. And usually when I make the call, that's what I'm saying to them, because I'm going to let them know that I'm rushing. I'm on the way out. I'm glad I caught them. And we're going to talk a little bit more about that. Get the commitment. Be specific when you want to meet, time, date, and what have you. Get off the phone after like the three-way is set up. Get off the phone after your expert starts talking, and then you text back to confirm everything. All right. So reds, what are reds? Reds, you look up to these folks. These are folks that you want to use an indirect approach with. I'd like to get your opinion. Okay, greens, these are your peers. These are most times the hardest people to get involved, because they know your situation. They know that you're not a gold expert. They know that you've never bought gold before. You're just getting involved with this. Okay, so sometimes an indirect approach is good with them. You can make the choice because they're your peers. You know them, right? Next are your blues. Your blues, okay, these are people that look up to you. So you can say to them, I need you to take a look at this. Tim, I need you to take a look at this. Take a serious, hard look at this, okay? And they'll listen because they look up to you, right? Now, how do we contact and invite, all right? So this is the direct approach. The direct approach is, hey, John, I'm glad I caught you. I'm running out the door real quick. I have something I want to share with you. You may or may not be interested. It'll only take about 10 minutes of your time. If I text you a 10-minute video, do you think you could watch it today by 12 o'clock, 12:30? Okay, and when they say yes, you say great. Okay, what I'll do if you let's just say you say 12 o'clock. All right, what you want to do is you say, okay, I'll follow back up with you at 12:30. Okay, and make sure that they have the time. So now when 12 o'clock or 12:10 hits, what you want to do is text them and you say, hey, John, I got caught up in a meeting. I'll call you back at 12:30, or I'll still be able to give you that call back at 12:30. What you're doing now is you're just reminding them to take a look at the video if they haven't already, okay? Because now they got 30 minutes, 20 minutes to watch an 8-minute video on your landing page, all right? So you just reminded them. Now, indirect approach. Hey, John, I'm glad I caught you. I'm running out the door real quick, sir. I respect you a lot as a businessman. Another business owner, Dr. Rozzelle, recently introduced me to a great business idea. You may or may not be interested, but I'd like to get your opinion about the information, and it'll only take about 10 minutes of your time. I know that you're busy. Do you think you could watch this 10-minute video by noon today? Great. I'll text you the link and I'll call you back at 12:30 to get your thoughts. Thanks again. I'll call you back by 12:30. 12:10, 12 o'clock, shooting them the text, reminding them, hey, I'll call you. I just got caught up in a meeting, but I'll call you back at 12:30. Okay. Just a quick reminder, direct, indirect. Direct, listen, I got something I want to show you. You may or may not be interested, and it'll only take about 10 minutes of your time. Indirect, a good friend just introduced me to a great idea, and I'd like to get your opinion. So I'd like to share the information with you. You may or may not be interested, and it'll only take about 10 minutes of your time. Show, share, and time. Won't take very much of your time, folks. That's the basics to the contact, okay? Now, edification is huge, all right? So when we edify, we want to build, edification builds respect, okay? We use edification in every aspect of this business. When we're in the meeting, when we're introducing a three-way phone call, when we were just talking from affiliate to affiliate, folks, it's just saying something good about another person. If we can't do that, then honestly, we shouldn't be in the business, all right? So listen, we categorize the personality traits as they relate to the seasons, okay? So a fall is somebody that likes to know facts, all right? Falls, facts. Okay. Spring, they like to help. Okay. Summers, these people like to have fun. All right. Winters, these people are about the money. All right, they're about the money. So when I'm setting up a three-way phone call, for instance, I'm going to hit all four of these personality types. Hey, I'm about to introduce you to a gentleman that knows 110% of the facts. He loves to help people. He likes to have fun. Make no mistake, and make no mistake, he's building a world-class international business. So he knows how to make money. But listen, he's extremely busy. Hold while I see if I can get 1 minute of his time. Boom. Edification. All right. And that's edification specifically when we're introducing someone to a three-way phone call. So let's talk about the three-way phone call real quick. Okay. The three-way phone call involves three people. So this is you. All right. This is your prospect. This is the person that's on your list. Okay. What you want to do is call your expert first. So I'm going to call Dr. Rozzelle. I'm going to make sure that he's available for the three-way phone, that he's available for me. When he sees my number come up on the phone, he knows that it's business. So if he's not talking business with someone else, he's taking my call. Right. When the expert is talking, don't interrupt him. All right. When the call is over, thank the expert after he's set the appointment. Now, here's why the three-way is so important and is so helpful within your business. Your prospect is someone that has some level of trust for you because they've shared their number with you. They're your friend. It's somebody that you know. All right, they're on your list. You've contacted and shared some information. They've watched the information. Your prospect is always on a first name basis. Always on a first name basis. Okay, your expert will be on a last name basis. But here's the thing. Your prospect has trust for you. You edify your expert. And by the edification that you do to your expert, it creates respect between your prospect and your expert. So now your prospect now has a level of respect for your expert. They're thinking, wow, who is this guy? You know, wow, maybe I better listen to what he's saying. Okay. So next, remember that the fortune is in the follow-up, folks. But what I want to do right now is I want to go back a little bit, and we're going to ask a couple of people to step forward. I'm going to need somebody to play the affiliate and somebody to play the role, be an expert. I'm going to need two people.
I'll play the affiliate.
Okay.
Mr. Dick play the affiliate.
Okay. Can I get one other person to step up and volunteer? Need one more person.
Let me be the prospect. I'll be the prospect.
Well, I just need somebody. I'm going to do all of the hard work. So it doesn't matter. I'm going to do all of the hard work. I just need two bodies. One more body. Can somebody else step up for me here? We've got about 30 people on the line.
Come on, Lady T.
Come on, folks. Come on, folks. Remember, this is very important. This training is for you to help you have success. Who can we count on to step up right now?
Just unmute yourself.
I'll step up.
Miss Abrams, I'll tell you, I appreciate that step up. My goodness, I feel like I need to let you just go ahead on and take over the training. How you doing today?
No, it's 6:45 in California, so I'm actually watching this from my bed, so I'm sitting up now to step up.
Thank you so much.
Excellent. And Mr. Murray, may I say something very quickly about that?
Yes.
You know, everyone makes a commitment. Miss Abram is on the West Coast. And again, guys, I know you're here, so this isn't badgering you at all. But I wanted to say that Miss Abram has been in this business for as long as many of the senior folks here. And the fact that she's stepping up to do this speaks volumes about, you know, what is expected, what you should do. So thank you, Miss Abram, for doing that. And I hope, guys, you understand that this really is for you. It's going to help your business. And, you know, Mr. Murray, I appreciate you. I just had to speak up really quickly because it's almost painful that we almost have to beg folks to participate. Mr. Dixon, you always step up, so I appreciate you, sir. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Back to you, sir.
Okay, great. I appreciate that. So this is how we're going to set this up, right? We're going to set this up so Miss Abram is going to be the prospect, and Mr. Dixon, for the moment, is going to be the expert, and I'm going to be the affiliate. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be calling Sheila up, and making this contact. I'm going to approach her probably direct. Let's just say she is let's say she's a peer. Okay. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to call my expert, Mr. Dixon. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Mr. Dixon.
Mr. Dixon, how you doing today, sir? This is Al Murray. I'm going to be making some follow-up calls between the time frames of 12 and 1 o'clock. I just wanted to call to see if you'd be available for three ways.
Yes, sir. I'm available. Matter of fact, I'll be having lunch, or I'll be in one place sitting still, and I'll be glad to help you with that.
Sounds good, sir. I appreciate you, and I'll give you a call back once I get someone. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Thank you much. Okay, so now I'm sitting down, I've got my list, and I come across Sheila Abram. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call Sheila. Ring, ring.
This is Sheila.
Hey, Sheila, how you doing? This is Al. I'm so glad I caught you. I'm actually running out the door. Real quick, I got something I want to share with you. Listen, you may or may not be interested, and it'll only take about 10 minutes of your time. If I text you a 10-minute video, do you think that you could watch that video by noon today?
You know what? Yeah, today's Saturday. Noon will be great.
Noon will be great. Outstanding. I'll text you that link, and what I'll do is I'll call you back this evening about 12:30. Okay? Does that make sense? Is that okay?
That sounds good to me.
Great, great, great. Well, listen, I'll give you a call back. I'm gonna go ahead and text you that information. Just take a look at that video, and we'll talk about it when I call you back. All right? Bye-bye. Bye. Boom. So now I've just made the contact. All right. So now what we're gonna do now is we're getting ready for the three-way phone call. All right. So we've got the edification. It's right here. All right. Here's the edification. So now Miss Abram is still my prospect. Okay. Sheila is still my prospect. Now, what we're going to do. All right. So Mr. Dixon, you are actually going to be, I'm going to be calling up Miss Abram, and I will be the affiliate. Okay. I'm going to call her back up, and I'll be the affiliate. Okay, so you're still going to be the expert, even though you probably aren't going to say much right now, okay?
Okay.
All right, sounds good. So I'm calling up Sheila right now. Ring, ring.
This is Sheila.
Hey, Sheila, how you doing? This is Al Murray, just giving you a call back. I'm sure you got my text that got into a meeting around 12, but I'm glad I was able to hit you back at 12:30. Just calling to see what you like best about what you heard or saw on that video.
Well, you know what I liked best on that video is I already have some Bitcoin, and now I see there's something new out there, and I like to be involved in new things that are actually going to be promising. But I did have a question.
Okay, great, great, great. Well, listen, I'm just going to be totally upfront with you. You know, I'm new at this business, but I'm working with an individual that knows 110% of the facts. This gentleman loves to help people. He likes to have fun, and he's building a world-class international business. And I've already got him on standby. But listen, this gentleman is extremely busy, so I need you to hold while I see if I can get 1 minute of his time. Click. So now understand what I just did. I made a statement. Okay. I didn't ask. I made a statement. I'm asking her to hold while I get us connected. Okay. So then I'm not waiting on a response. I'm putting her on hold. Okay. So if she's saying something, she's talking to dead silence in the phone because I'm connecting over to my expert right now. Okay. So now I'm going to be the expert. All right. And well, no, I'm going to still be the prospect at this point. So now I'm calling up my expert. I'm calling myself right. No, I'm calling Mr. Dixon right now. Okay, so Mr. Dixon, you just be the expert at this point. Ring, ring.
Hello, this is Mr. Dixon.
Hey, Mr. Dixon, this is Al Murray. Just super excited. I got a young lady on the line. Her name is Sheila. Sheila's an old friend of mine. She lives over on the West Coast. And she took a look at the landing page on my SG site, 8-minute video. She says she already owns Bitcoin, and she likes the idea of making money and learning a little bit more about the cryptocurrency. And she does say she has a few questions. But what I like to do is I would like to lead her back to our webinar on Tuesday evenings at 7:30. Okay. If she's not available for that, then we can see if she can make the Thursday webinar.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So, you're welcome. I appreciate you too. So let me just go ahead and connect us. So now, before I connect, so now I'm going to connect. And when I connect, I'm going to transfer to be the expert also. Okay. But the way we connect is we connecting the two. So I have Miss Sheila is on hold. I've got my expert there. So I click my prospect in. So I'm clicking Sheila in. Sheila, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Great, great, great. Listen, we are in luck. I was able to catch Dr. Sergio Rozzelle, and we're in luck. So, Dr. Rozzelle, are you there, sir? So, Dr. Rozzelle will say yes. Okay. So now I'm going to move, and I'm going to be the expert. Okay. And the affiliate will turn the call over to the expert. So now, as the expert, I'm going to say, hello, Sheila. How you doing today?
I'm doing great.
Outstanding. Well, listen, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Al Murray. I'm a local business owner here in the Southern Maryland area, and I'm extremely excited about this opportunity that has Mr. Dixon and I aligned with this company that's been in business since 2011. We're part of an incredible team, somewhere around 60,000 to 70,000 affiliates worldwide, and we're helping families all across the world right now, all across the globe, saving gold and acquire gold-backed cryptocurrencies to build wealth. So I understand you had a chance to take a look at some information. Is that correct?
Yes, I did.
Great, great, great. And what did you like best about what you heard or saw?
What I like best is this coin is backed by gold. The other coins I have aren't. And also what I like best is it's in the beginning stages. I want to be in the beginning because I miss Bitcoin's beginning.
Yes. Okay. Well, listen, I understand that. Honestly, I felt the same way when I first took a look at this. I have some cryptocurrency experience. And when I saw what this company had to offer, I tell you, I had no choice but to get more information about it and to ultimately get involved. So I appreciate that. But let me tell you this. Let me ask you this, Sheila. You sound like you have a genuine level of interest. What I like to do is set it up where you can get more of the facts. We're actually having a webinar on this Tuesday at 7:30. We'll be starting promptly at 7:30. Maybe you can, we'll shoot you the Zoom link, and maybe you can jump on maybe about 7:25 or so. Does that sound okay?
Yes, it does.
Okay, that fits into your schedule. Awesome. Well, listen, I will actually be presenting the information on that webinar, and I want to personally give you that invite and ask that you show up about 7:25. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Mr. Dixon to shoot you the link to that webinar. We'll both be on there. There'll be some other folks just like yourself looking at this for the very first time, and then you'll have an opportunity to ask any questions afterwards. And as a matter of fact, what I'll be willing to do for you is maybe do a three-way phone call afterwards with you and Mr. Dixon, and that way we can get all of your questions answered, and that way you can make an informed decision. Okay?
Okay.
Sounds good. Well, listen, it's been a great talking to you, Sheila. And listen, before I let you go, I just want to let you know, Mr. Dixon, he hasn't been in this business very long, but I'll tell you what, this gentleman is doing some phenomenal things. He's introducing us to some sharp people. So I can tell, just by talking to you that you're just like the other folks that he's been introducing, and you're poised to be excited and have a tremendous amount of success using the teachings that we're showing folks how to build wealth with this awesome team, Wealth Builders Worldwide. So just know that you're in the right place and you're working with somebody very sharp. And I certainly look forward to speaking with you further on Tuesday at 7:30. Okay.
Okay, I will. I look forward to seeing you.
Great. Okay, Mr. Dixon, would you be able to shoot Sheila her? Wow, I'm getting mixed up here, man. This is so funny, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But would you be able to shoot Sheila her the link to the webinar, please?
I sure will. It's right here in my notes. I'll send it to her through Messenger. Sheila, is it okay to send you a Messenger?
Yes, that's perfect.
Okay, I'll be shooting it over right now. Thank you, Sheila.
Great. Okay, so that's it. That's how we do the three-way phone call, folks, and that's it. It's fun. Sheila, I'm sorry, I'm getting mixed up with your name a little bit because yeah, I used to no, I don't even want to go there. But anyway, listen, folks, that's how we do a three-way phone call, and it's important that we do that because here's the thing. You all may not necessarily have an understanding of or used to doing three-way phone calls, but what the three-way phone call does for you most is it allows you to learn the business when you're new. Okay, so you're new in the business, you're able to learn how and what to say. You learn the language of the business, but not only that, because you're new, you can still earn and you can glean from the knowledge of the person that you're doing a three-way phone call from. So this is vital to your business. I mean, just imagine, you asking a new affiliate, somebody maybe at elementary school level, to complete a high school task, and that's expose somebody to a business that they haven't been in very long. Okay, and they're trying to do that by themselves. When they have someone that's graduated from college on the sideline and is an expert in doing exactly what you need. Folks, execute the three-way phone call. You're going to make a few mistakes initially, but here's the thing. Most of the time, any mistake that you make, your expert will have your back. He'll cover it. So when you don't let the expert know, hey, what I want to do is invite her out to the Tuesday night webinar, or invite my prospect out to the Tuesday night webinar. If you don't let them know that your expert already knows, listen, my job is to close the expectation, to close the objective. So I need to know what it is you want me to do. So has this person watched all 3 videos on the Wealth Builders Worldwide landing page, and so they have enough information to make to get started? So now, if that's the case, then okay, I'm doing a close. And if I can't close them, then I move them to the next exposure. Okay, so that's what it's all about. We always want to move a person to the next exposure, So you never get off the phone without setting up a time and a date for the next time that we're going to talk. And that's the expert's job. Okay, so that's that part of it, folks. What I want to do, let me check time real quick, because this time I want to go over some objections, how to overcome objections. That was something that Dr. Rozzelle had mentioned to me, thought would be important to do today. So we're going to cover that as well. But I want to open up for any questions right now about the three-way, anything that you've heard tonight. So today, if you have any questions, please unmute your line. Let's make sure and be mindful to whoever's talking, and be mindful of any background noise that you may have as well. So if you have any questions about the process, let's open up the call now. You'll need to unmute.
Hey, Ms. Murray, it's Monica Logan.
Hey, Ms. Logan, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Great.
Awesome. Just for clarification, so the edification of the expert comes before you put the expert on the line. Is that correct?
Before you put the expert on the line. Exactly. See, here's the thing. Sometimes you don't even know. We like to do everything before we get the expert on the line, because we want to be respectful to the expert's time. Okay, so we edify. Sometimes it could be awkward for that edification to take place while you have the person on the line. Okay, while you have your expert. So for the expert, it can be a little uncomfortable. But the edification is done because you want to make the prospect respect the expert, and it allows you to make the transition from your conversation, a 2-way conversation, to a 3-way conversation now. Okay, so that's why we want to make sure that we edify prior, because this person is going to give you some objections. They may give you an objection. They may say, hey, well, listen, I don't want to talk to anybody else, but if you properly edify and you execute the 3-way phone call the way we suggested here on the call, he's extremely busy. Hold while I see if I can get 1 minute of his time. Then that's done after you've done the edification, and now you can move the person to the expert now. But again, we're still keeping them on hold while we call up and talk to the expert and inform him of what it is that we need to know, or what we're looking to do, the objective, and what the prospect's name is, and a little bit about the prospect. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Appreciate that. That was a great question. Any other questions or comments? Okay, I guess you all want me to move forward to objections, right? Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to move forward and move on into objections. So here's the thing, folks. Understand what we really mean by objection. The objection is not when somebody is being negative. Okay, it's not when somebody is flat out telling you no. Okay, we absolutely want to tone down conversations when they start going in a negative manner. Okay, and they start getting into a position where they are, it's not being respectful to you or to them. Okay, so if they start getting offensive or what have you, listen. The intent of this call was not to rile you up. Okay, so we apologize for that. Is there a better time that we can call back and share this information with you? Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is it looks like we've got some folks that aren't muted, so I'm gonna mute everybody out real quick and just clean that up. Okay, so let's just be mindful of that, folks, when we're online, that we stay unmuted. All right, but I know we don't sell, but we can pull so many skills away from the sales industry, folks. So this is the way, we like to look at things. When a buyer or seller gives you an objection, he is presenting you with an opportunity to close. Okay, so therefore, I'm looking for. I like objections because that's letting me know what it is that I need to overcome to move this person forward. Right. So what I do is I understand no, and I understand that no means not right now. That's what it means. And one of the best objections that we use is this feel, felt, found, and we're going to talk about that. Okay. So first and foremost, to overcome objections, what you want to do is use your upline. You will get better by hearing your upline handle objections of your prospects. Okay, so use your upline. All right, next, feel, felt, found. I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But what I found was when I got the facts, it cleared everything up for me. Okay, Sheila, you don't want to talk to my expert. But listen, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I first was asked to talk to somebody else to answer my questions. But what I found was when I listened, got on the phone, listened to what that person had to say, they were able to answer my questions and help me get a clarity about what I needed to do and whether I wanted to move forward. And obviously, you can see what I did. I moved forward. So listen, hold on one second. Let me just see if I can get Dr. Rozzelle on the line. Boom. And that's how we move forward. Because many times, this is important because many times when people don't see our point, you spent time with them, we start to get a little bit in our feelings. And we could get to, sometimes affiliates will get to the point where they're like chastising the prospect. Well, why don't you see it? What do you mean? I don't understand why you don't get this. I mean, dude, we're saving in gold. We're making money. The industry is money. What don't you see? What don't you like? And that's not where you want to be. You see, when you say, I understand how you feel, see, now they're coming down. I felt the same way. Now you're validating their feelings. And then you say, this is what I found. And that's the transition that allows you to move into the three-way phone call, okay? Or to overcome that objection, all right? So just understand, folks, this is why you start with a large list and you sort through that list. We want to walk people into the business and not talk them into the business, okay? Now, when a person says to me there, okay, well, no, I don't want to, well, you know what, I don't have a whole lot of time to do this. Listen, what I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to move my prospect. They've watched the video and I'm trying to move them to talk to my expert, okay, for the three-way phone call. Well, look, man, I watched the video. I don't have time for all of this kind of stuff. I don't have time to do anything else. My plate is just so full. Listen, that's the exact reason why you need to talk to Dr. Rozzelle. Hold on while I see if I can get 1 minute of his time. You see what I'm saying? So you might get into situations where you lose your posture and the person that you're talking to now has taken control of the call, okay? But you pull that back by utilizing these types of ways of overcoming, okay, their situation, their objections, or what have you. So that's the exact reason why you need to talk to Mr. Young. That's the exact reason why you need to talk to Miss Elliott. So you take that reason and you make it the exact reason why they need to do what you need to do. And then a lot of times you just repeat the objection, okay? Because when you repeat the objection, what it does is it lets the person hear what they're actually saying, and then you're acting, it kind of, they're starting to wonder, well, wow, what is he thinking? Why is he asking? Why is he repeating it? And then they elaborate more and tell you more. Okay. So when you say, when the person gives you the objection, say at the end of the presentation, at the end of the webinar or whatever, and they say, hey, well, I don't have any money. You just say, you don't have any money? And then they respond. Okay, and they talk a little bit more. Yeah, I don't have any money right now. I don't get paid till this pay next Friday. I get paid, but I got some things I need to take care of that paycheck. But you know what? Maybe the week after that, the 2 weeks, the pay period after that, I could probably get started. I think I want to get started at the VIP level. Well, John, what level could you get started at today? Okay, so if they could get started at the bronze level today, then let's get them started at the bronze level. Okay, because understand, you have the person here today, right now, ready to move, and it's all in front of them. When you go to talk to them 3 weeks from now, 2 weeks from now, when they said that they'll have the money to get their VIP package, guess what? You might be in a situation where you got to you got to reintroduce them to this all over again, because you've opened yourself up to a whole nother set of objections. Okay. So, but that's okay. That's the process. And we understand that could happen. But that's why the person doesn't have the money now. Okay, well, great. Let's go ahead and get you set up with your free positioning right now at no charge, no cost. Let's position you. So you set them up with their blue dot. And then we go ahead and get their package when they're ready. Okay. Again, we're sorting. We're not coercing. We're not talking. We're walking. Okay. Next, your ability to overcome objections will directly affect your ability to earn income in this business. We get paid in accordance with our ability to solve problems. And so often is this right here. The way you solve your problem is by getting your upline on the phone and utilizing their skills to overcome your prospects' situations, folks. So what I want to do, I want to open up right now, and if some of you guys have some objections that you've been having trouble overcoming, any kind of dialogue you want to use with respect to overcoming objections, we'll go ahead and open up the call right now.
Yeah, how do you deal with when a person starts saying that's a Ponzi scheme?
That's a Ponzi scheme, a pyramid. That's just like the pyramid. Listen, I let folks know right off the break, man. Pyramids are illegal. We're operating in over 137 countries around the world. Countries just don't let pyramids have licenses to operate in their country. That's it. And I say it with a level of posture, like I dare you to challenge me on it. That's what I do. That's exactly how I do it. A pyramid. So some people, you will say something like, what, like your job? You know what I mean? But sometimes you have to really understand your objective is not to make your prospect belittle your prospect. Your objective is to make your prospect feel as though they are at home. Okay, they're in the right place, and you're here to walk them into the business. Okay, not talk them into the business. Okay, did that answer your question, sir?
Yes, sir, that did. Thank you. And Ms. Mary, also I found out talking to young people that some of the younger people, they don't mean any harm. They just talking about the business structure as they have been exposed to it, like as 30-year vets. We think we know multi-level marketing, but I'm finding that some of the younger people are saying instead of multi-level marketing, they saying pyramid. So we need to get qualification from them, exactly what this is. Because sometimes they're not being negative. They're just talking about the business structure.
Right. And that's generally why I will say that pyramids are illegal. Because they are. Pyramids are illegal. So I'm letting them know, I'm educating them right now that while you might be saying that this is the structure, talking about the structure, okay, but I'm educating you, because one of the things that we really have to understand is when you understand that you're taking your prospect through a series of exposures to move them into the business, that you're also training them. So they're not going to do what you say, they're going to do what you do. So when they ask me about a pyramid, I'm just going to break that down right off the front, because they are going to get that very same objection. Because remember, we hang around people that are most like us. We're most like the 5 closest people that we hang around. So if this person is giving me this objection, they're going to get it from their peers, right? So I handle that objection right up front. I'm training them. Okay, so I'm not going to train them to belittle. I'm not going to train them to be negative about it. Listen, pyramids are illegal. Okay, this company is operating in over 137 different countries around the world, and we're properly licensed. Countries just don't allow companies to come in and get licenses to operate in their countries if they're illegal pyramids. And so that's the way I carry it. And I appreciate you sharing that, sir, because you're very valid. But what I like to do is educate, because I know that I'm training. I'm talking to this person today. They may not get into the business for a year from now. Okay, but they will remember our conversations. A lot of times folks are just testing us to see if we're going to stick around and be in the business for a while. They want to see what we do. They don't say it. Some will tell you right off the back, well, let me see how well you do. You know, they'll tell you that. Some won't, but that's what they're doing. They're sitting back. My guy in Australia, dude, when I went to him, he saw the value in the coin. He said, hey, man, here, take this right here. He gave me a piece of money. He says, give me some coins. And what he did was he sat back, he watched Facebook, he watched and saw what was going on. And then when I called him back about his 35% bonus, he was ready now. And sucks. I'm telling you folks, within less than a month in the business, he's already global director. He's qualified for Dubai, you know. So, you know, some of the best people you bring into your business are going to be people that you drip on, and they come in and get started at a later date. All right. So I just got off on a tangent there. Let me just get back to these objections. So let's open up any other questions or comments about objections, anything else that you all are getting out in the field. Any other objections? I thought I had another slide in here. It's probably not.
Mr. Murray.
Yes, sir.
All right. Would you spend a little time talking about how to respond to a person that is a cold market prospect who gives you a negative response, and how you respond to somebody who's a warm market prospect who gives you the initial no response?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I handle both of them the same way. You know, is it okay if I keep you informed? I'm handling both of them the same way, because I'm going to follow up with both of them. I'm following up with a cold. I'm following up with a warm. So when I'm done trying to overcome their objections, and I'm never going to try to force anybody, whether they're cold or warm, into the business. I'm going to ask them. I'm just asking them, great, I understand how you feel. This isn't for everybody. Is it okay if I keep you informed? That's it. And they'll say yes or no. And if they say yes, and most of the times they'll say yes because you've just let them off the hook. You stop. You never argued with them about not wanting to do anything or move forward right now. And you're letting them off the hook. They just told you no. When somebody tries to sell you something against your will, you exhale when it's over. Whew. Man, that dude was trying to get me to spend money. You know what I mean? That dude was trying to get me. I told him I wasn't trying to do this, and he argued with me. That's not what we want. Okay? So listen, I understand how you feel. Everything is not for everybody. Is it okay if I keep you informed? And they generally will say yes, because, wow, okay, that was easy. I'm off the hook now. All right. And so what they just did was gave you permission to follow up with them. But where we go wrong, whether they're warm or cold, is we lose our posture because we bug them. We bug that one person, and you make that one person, they don't know who's on your list, but you make them feel like they're the only one. And when they're the only one, you're not the one, because they're not feeling like you're running a successful business, and they don't want to be a part of it. So a lot of times when there's no, then especially when it's a cold market, if you're going to do anything with that cold market, then you're going to build a rapport with them or build a relationship with them. And that comes by calling them back up. Hey, listen, this is Al. You know, we talked such and such a time, and you said it was okay to, you know, to follow back up with you and let you know how things were going in the business. You know, just wanted to let you know I had a great business last month, a lot of productivity, this, that, and the other, blah, 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 blah. But boom, that's it. Okay. How are the kids doing? You want to find out a little bit now. Is just a regular conversation, especially for a cold market. But at the same time, depending upon on cold markets, sometimes you'll just flow right through, because if you got a source that's giving you cold market leads, then you can flow through those and keep moving through those. But for me, a lead is a lead. I'm always going to follow back up with it until a person tells me no. And my job is not to let them tell me no, because I'm not going to offend them in the process. I'm going to work from a level of being professional the whole way through. I want this person to see my professionalism, and I want them to say, wow, I want to be a part of this person's team. I want to be a part of his overall Wealth Builders Worldwide organization, and I want to be a part of this business called Karat Bars.
Absolutely. And the overarching philosophy here is, if you convince someone against their will, they'll be of the same opinion still. So that's excellent, sir. I was referring to also, if you're prospecting a cold market person, for instance, you know, if you've gone through form in a grocery store line, and you ask them at that point, because I think a lot of folks, they don't know how to react. And there is a time to just let it go. And that's, for instance, if you're prospecting someone in the grocery store, if you've gone through form, and then you ask them, so, hey, do we keep your income options open? If that person says no, how do you respond, sir?
Oh, I'm done. I'm done. Listen, when I prospect, okay, prospecting is an animal of its own. Okay. When I prospect, if I'm in a grocery store, listen, I see somebody sharp, I'm thinking in my head, okay, they're going this way down the aisle. They're going straight down the aisle, and then going left. Okay. So let me go and approach them face to face. So now I can make some eye contact with them, determine something about them. So I'll come around the aisle and meet them on the next aisle. Okay. And I'll just say, hey, you know, wow, that's a nice shirt you have on. What color is that? That's an interesting color. Wow. Or tie. I'm commenting on the guy's tie, man. That's a sharp tie you got on. Man, you seem like a pretty sharp guy. Listen, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Al Murray. I'm a local business owner. Me and my partners are expanding in this area. Listen, you may or may not be interested, but I'd like to share some quick information with you about a 10-minute video. If I text you that 10-minute video, you think you could take a look at it by maybe tomorrow around 4 o'clock? Oh, yeah, I could do that. But listen, before I do that, let me just ask you something real quick. Do you keep your income options open? So now I'm asking, do they keep their income options open? For 2 reasons. Because if they don't, I'm out the door right now. But the second reason, and more importantly, that's the setup for when I call them back and they have not watched my video. They haven't looked at the video on my landing page. So when I call them back, I'm like, hey, John, yeah, this is Al, man. I shared that video with you, my website with the video link on it. He said it was okay to call you back around 4 o'clock today. So I'm just calling to see what you like best about what you heard or saw on that video. And they say, oh, you know what? I haven't had a chance to take a look at it yet. And then I'm going to say, man, that's unfortunate, because there's some powerful information, life-changing information on that website contained within that video. It's unfortunate you haven't watched it. But let me ask you this real quick. Were you serious or were you joking when you said that you kept your income options open? Oh, I was serious. And that's exactly what I thought. That's why I approached you. I thought you were a serious person and someone that had a sharp business mind. Well, listen, here's the thing. We have a webinar that is taking place this evening at 7:30. Does that fit into your schedule? And what I promise you, if you take the time to get on this webinar, I'm telling you, you'll get all the information from me and my partners. You'll be able to make an informed decision as to whether this is something that will benefit you and your family, just like it's benefiting me. The 7:30 this evening fit into your schedule. Yeah, it does. Okay, great. Well, look, I'm gonna go ahead and text you over the link. Jump on it about 5 minutes early, and have pen and paper. Write down any questions that you might have, because we'll be able to get those questions answered at the end of the presentation. Okay, great. So that's that. So and now the person says to me, "Oh, you know what? No, that doesn't work." Guess what? I'm gonna drive them back to the video that they already have, and I'm gonna set up a new time to follow up with them. Okay. So again, in that prospecting process, the person tells me no, I'm done. I'm not convincing. This isn't the place. When you meet somebody like that, gas station, grocery store, these people, you can't carry on a conversation where you're trying to convince them to take a look at your website, convince them to get started. That's not the place to do a presentation. All you do is expose very quickly, pique interest, get their name and number, share your third-party tool, and set up the time to follow up and move on. If they're not amenable to that, then that's fine. You just move on. Hopefully I answered your question. And if not, I'm going to need you to address it.
Nah, excellent. I know, Mr. Murray, that was excellent. That's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good stuff. Any other questions or comments?
I have a question.
Yes, Ms. Abram.
Now, in your example, when you commented, you said he was sharp, and you asked him if you could share a link with him. He initially said yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you said, well, let me ask you something. Do you keep your income options open? And he said no.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we're still going to share the link with him, correct? Because once he sees it, he might now open up his options. Or how are you going to handle that? When he then said no, he didn't keep his income options open, but he said yes to receiving the link.
Okay, you are so sharp. Now, I did that for the sake of the example, because because the question was, how do you handle it when somebody tells you no? So, but I wanted to also just demonstrate how to do a good follow-up process, a prospecting process as well. But generally, if the person says yes to the fact that they're willing to look at the video, I'm gonna make sure that they get that link to watch the video. I'm gonna make sure that they get that link to watch the video. Okay. But the no aspect, that part of it, that was mainly because people will tell you no. No, I'm not interested. No, I don't want to share anything with you. And I'm not going to berate anybody or just try to convince anybody to give me their information or to move forward or present to them at the moment. So good pickup for you. But generally, if the person says they'll watch the video, generally they're open, and you won't get a yes, no like that. You either gonna get yes, yes, or you're gonna get a no, yes. Okay. And then if you get that no, yes, then that's when you want to go ahead. Well, look, let me get your name and number real quick so I can go ahead and text you over the link for that video. Okay. So hopefully I cleared that up for you, Ms. Abram.
Yes.
Okay, great. Any other questions or comments? Okay, we've got a time of 10:24, so we want to finish this up at about 10:30, because at 10:45 we have our Super Saturday power call, and we all want to make sure that we're on that call. Sounds like we might have a question. Lisa, did you have a question or comment?
Mr. Murray, I just want to say outstanding training, and hello to all the panelists and the guests out there. Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for that comment as well. Anyone else? Any comments or questions about anything from today's training? Anything that you're not clear about? Anything that we need to revisit? Okay. Now, what I'm looking for, folks, is I'm looking for a homework assignment, okay? Because I'm just going to share this with you. What we're looking to have happen here, right, is we're looking to have you come on next Saturday, and you have 4, 5, 6, 7 of your teammates on here as well, okay? And we train them on how to put their list together. We show them how to contact and invite that list. So we teach them how to peek and pass, all right? And this is designed to help you build your business, okay? So this is what we want to do. And when we end this training, we all have our homework assignment, and that's to contact your sponsor. Let them know that you have your list, okay? But you've got to complete your list. You've got a list of names, right now. Okay, put the numbers beside that list, beside those names, and then make sure that you get your sponsor a copy of that list as well. So this is the information. I'm talking to you all from the standpoint of being an affiliate, okay, and what you want to do to grow your businesses, okay? So the homework assignment is to contact your sponsor, let them know that you have your list, that you are ready to email them a copy of it. Set up your Wealth Builders Worldwide event. I need to change this, okay? The previously called Private Goal Reception is your Wealth Builders Worldwide event date. This is the launch your business. This is when you're gonna invite folks to your home. They're gonna come out. You're gonna get help from your sponsor to contact and invite these people, and then we're gonna show you how to have this event and give you the assistance so that you can properly launch your business, okay? Then you want to let your sponsor know that you're ready to start contacting and inviting, peeking and passing, and you're ready and find out if they're available for three-way phone calls. So this is the homework assignment, folks. So we want to make sure that you all go back, put the names next to that list, okay? And then let's move forward from there, okay? So I appreciate each and every one of you joining us. Understand, folks, we've got live meetings on Monday in Waldorf, and live meetings around the country, okay? We have a webinar at 7:30 that I conduct. Then I also come back and do the Wealth Builders Worldwide at 9 o'clock. Then we have a team call on Wednesdays. Thursdays, we do another webinar at 7:30 for the team. And then there's a Wealth Builders Worldwide at 9 o'clock. Saturdays, we're here every single Saturday, folks. If most of the time it's going to be live, if not, it's going to be a recording. So your new people won't know the difference. They will be on here listening and getting the information on how to build their business. Monday through Saturday, we've got a 10:45 power call, and then we've got the Gold Brick Show with the special guest with Dr. Rozzelle every Saturday. So, folks, we're super excited. This is the schedule. Get plugged in. And with that, I'm going to turn this call back over to Dr. Sergio Rozzelle.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Murray, and for everybody that participated. Thank you all, folks, for being on here today. There is nothing more for me to say. Guys, so glad that you chimed in. Get your team on here. Mr. Murray, that was world-class training as usual, sir. Thank everybody so much. Look forward to seeing everybody on the power call. And remember, success is voluntary, and you deserve it. Let's go, team. Au.
All right. See you all over the top.
Oh.